Hi and welcome to the fourth lesson of our course video series where we're building a full stack Laravel app. And in this tutorial and in this video we're gonna start building the main forms for creating a new post. So first let's create a new component named create a post. Okay, and we're gonna create here new page with form where we're gonna make a request to the API server, and we're gonna create here form for post creation. So let's begin. Okay, so first let's create a new variable named post. Okay, and it will be object where we're gonna save all post data. So it will be title, description, and yeah, maybe that's all. Yeah, let's also close these files, and yeah, let's go here. And first let me copy this stuff. Yeah, also we can open a new container, and yeah, we can here also create a new form. Let's delete submit action for now, and yeah, let's create a new div with margin bottom 4, and let's create a new label. We're going to type here title, and we can also copy this input, type here label for title. Okay, label for title, id title, type it will be text, and in placeholder we can let's just delete placeholder because we don't need this attribute in this input. Okay, and the model it will be post title. Okay, now let's add this page inside router. So we can go here and we can type here child if you want, child roads of the dashboard, but I want to create a new separate road, so I'm gonna type post creative, name post creative or creative post. Yeah, and I'm gonna type here component creative post, and let's copy meta from the dashboard road. Let's save it, and also don't forget to import this new component from the components folder. So component folder creative post.u. Okay, now let's save it, and now let's check this page. Okay, so first let me log in my account that I created. So type this, and yeah, as you can see I'm redirected to the dashboard. So that means that I authorized successfully, and now I can go to the post creative page. And yeah, okay, great. So now this page exists. That means that we can go back to the Visual Studio Code, and yeah, looks like okay, all works. Yeah, all works. Yeah, so first let's create a new field, and it will be named not title content, and also in the post object it will be not description, it will be content. And we need to also to change here v model, and let's also change label for content, and let's also change id for this input. Okay, and yeah, we can also create another input for image, or we can just say image url for now. Yeah, so it will be image, and we can type here label for image, and let's also here change id, and let's copy button from the login, and we can type here create a post. Okay, and now we can create a new submit action, and we're gonna type here create a post. So we're gonna call create a post function to make a request by using store action for new post creation that we're gonna create now. So first let's import store, or we can just say import use store if you want, but I'm gonna just copy store, and we can also import router. Okay, and now let's go to the store index.js, and let's create a new action named post. Yeah, let's just type here post create a post, and let's create a commit variable and variable for the post data. Okay, and yeah, so now let's type axios client, and yeah, we can also here return request, and it will return body of the response from the server from here, from the Zen construction. Yeah, so we type return Axios client. We're gonna make post request, and if you remember in the first lesson we already created we created all API for the posts, and if I don't forget, we have posts endpoint where we can make request if we want to create a new post, or we want to modify existing post, or we want to delete some posts. So we're gonna make post request to this route. Okay, so now let's call Zen function because we want to get response from this request. And yeah, don't forget also to type here that you want to send here post data from the post variables that we created here. And yeah, if we will have some successful response, we're gonna show this response in the console, and if we will have some error, we're gonna get this error and show it also in console. So I'm gonna type here console error. Okay, great. And yeah, now let's go to the creative post.view, and we can now type store this page. So we're gonna call this section, and we're gonna pass here post variable, post objects that we created here. And if all works successfully, we're gonna, or no, yeah, maybe we're gonna do this without redirect for now. So that's all, and now let's open browser. So I'm gonna switch my so I'm switching to the browser, so maybe we can also refresh it. So now I'm gonna open console, and let's try to create a new post. So title, maybe it will be also let's change content not to input but to the text area. So we can type here, for example, my first post, some content and image URL. Let's leave this empty, and now let's click create a post, and as you can see, I'm not authorized, so looks like I forget something. Let's also open application, and yeah, looks like in the previous video I did maybe some error in the login. So yeah, looks like the main trouble here is because I'm making redirect, but I don't need to make redirect. I need to check we have error or not, and soon we're gonna also add this. But first let's go to the let's go to the login, and let's clear session storage. So let's go to the session storage, and as you can see here we have token. So I'm gonna just clear this, and I'm gonna redirect it to the login page, and now I'm gonna type correct credentials. Okay, so it will be admin example and some password, and oh no as you can see, something wrong with credentials. That means that I type it wrong password here. Now let's type this again, and yeah, token is created. So soon we're gonna need to fix this validation, because you can see that this created one trouble for us. And now let's get back to the post creative page. Okay, so now let's type some title, some content, and let's leave image URL for empty, and let's open console again. Now let's click creative post, and again this says that I'm not authorized. Okay, so application, yeah. Okay, so I switch it to another account, and now let's check this again. So okay, so first let's let's type title again. So for example, some title, some content, and let's leave image URL empty. And if I type creative post, you can see it again says that I'm not authorized. Oh, that looks so strange. So yeah, because you see that we get token and we get access, but we have some trouble with posts. And if you watch previous videos, you remember that posts endpoint worked perfectly. So I think that's now maybe I will need to try to create maybe new account, or we need to delete all access tokens. So maybe some trouble here. So so first I'm gonna clear my users table, and after that we're gonna create a new user. So I'm gonna type go here first and remove this token and go to my database. So first let's try to create a new user, because that means that we need to, in the future, we need to make automatically delete function of the personal tokens in the backend app. So first let's try to create a new user. So I'm gonna create a quite simple password here. Okay, sign up. You can see that new access token is created. Now let's go to the post create here. And yes, so now let's type some content and let's type creative post, and this says authorize. Okay, so yeah, looks like we have some troubles, not with front end part but with back end. So that means that now we need to, or maybe we have some troubles with Axios client. So let's open code editor. Oh yeah, this is backend part. Okay, now front end part. Okay, so I'm here. So now let's open Axios client. And as you remember, so here is a base URL of the API. And yes, so let's type here also return, and we using here bearer token authorization. Oh, I understood. So wow, that was so stupid error, but I typed it here wrong spelling of the authorization word. Okay, now if I save it and if I go to the browser again, all will works, I think. So now let's try to create a new post. So test content, and let's type here, click on the create a post button, and as you can see, post is created successfully. So that was really stupid error that I did, but as you can see, now all works. So that means that we can continue building interface of our app. And now I'm gonna also create a new layout. So because you remember, so if for example I go to the dashboard, and you can see this ugly design, and I need some navbar, some menu, and it will be really cool, because I can use menu, not URLs, to switch from page to page. So now let's create a new layout for the app. So in the front end part of the app, I'm gonna create a new folder named layouts. So it's gonna be inside the src folder. So I'm typing layouts, and here I'm gonna type new default layouts, or how you can choose names that you want. And I'm gonna create here empty template, and also empty script tag. So that's all. And now let's go to the Tailwind CSS examples, and we're gonna choose some simple navbars that we're gonna use in our app. So if you go to the flow byte, and if you go to the components navbar, you're gonna find here really nice and simple navbars that we're gonna use. So I'm gonna just copy this, and now I'm gonna open my Visual Studio and just type here default layout, and inside this default layout I'm gonna type router link, maybe. Yeah, okay, so yes, that's all. Now let's go to the index.js, and we're gonna type here child. So it will be child pages of the dashboard, and the first child page that we're gonna have, it will be create a post. So first I'm gonna delete this meta. Now I'm gonna save it, and yep. So now let's open browser and check how it works. Okay, so now let's go to the cursor. You can see there is no any navbar. So but if I go to the post create, and there is nothing. Okay, so looks like I forget something important part. So let's open Axios client. Oh no, I don't mean Axios client. So okay, so what I did wrong, first I need to import my default layout. So I'm gonna type here default layout from layouts, and it will be default layout.u. And now we're gonna change dashboard component to the default layout, and we're gonna type here children, not child. And yes, that's all that we need for now. Now let's open browser again. Okay, and as you can see, now we can see content here, but so there is one error with view router. So maybe what if I go to the dashboard? Yeah, so now we need to fix this error with router view. So let's open code editor again, and now let's remove this name and type here redirect to the dashboard. Okay, dashboard, we're gonna add here some simple redirect, and let's save it. And now let's try to open browser again. Okay, and yeah, as you can see, there is nothing. But what if I go to the post create here? Okay, so that's not working again. Okay, yes, so let's open. So let's go here. Oh, okay, I understood. I type it here, not router view, but router link. Okay, so now I type it here, router link, not router view. Now I fix it. And now let's go back to the browser. And now you can see content of the, post create. And if I go to the dashboard, you can also see content. No, no, dashboard is not working because we will need to create a new route for the dashboard content. But for post create, that works. So that's great news, and we can now add some links to the default layout, and we're gonna have some nice navigation, and we can also change logo. And so that's all. Okay, so now we have default layout, and yes, so we have five links that was created by default. And so first let's create a dashboard link. So dashboard, and it will be not anchor tag, it will be router link, and we're gonna redirect. Maybe we can just create here new router for the dashboard. It will be home page of the dashboard, and here we're gonna type name dashboard, and here we will create a responsible here we're typing components that is responsible for this route. Okay, so let's save it, and now let's get back, and we're gonna redirect to the, if we click on this link, we're gonna redirect user to the dashboard route. Okay, dashboard, and don't forget also to change ending of this tag, so router link. Now let's save it, and looks like something goes wrong with dashboard boolean. Okay, so maybe we can just name dashboard. Why is this okay, so router link, why is this stuff is not working? Yeah, because this is strange. Okay, let's try to okay, so yeah, now it will work. And yeah, let's also remove this graph attribute. And yeah, so now let's go to the components folder, and now let's create another new component named posts, and inside this component we're gonna show all latest components that we have on this blog, so all components that we have in the database. Yeah. So before we're gonna do this, we need to open store and create another new action, and we can call this all posts. We're gonna create a commit variable, and we're gonna type here return Axios client get posts, and we're gonna now get response from the API server, return res, and we're gonna also catch res. Yeah, so we're gonna catch here error. Okay, so we're gonna type here console log error. This is optional. If you want, you can add this or not. I mean, I'm talking about errors here. And yeah, so now let's go here. Now we can type here posts. We can create here data, and also we're gonna create a variable loading, and we're gonna use this variable to check if we request is loading or not. And yeah, we need also to create a new mutation, set post state post, and we're gonna type here state post data equals to posts. Okay, and now we need to commit this action inside creative post action. So we're gonna type here set posts, and we're gonna rest data. And okay, so that's all. Now let's import here store. So we're gonna import store from the store folder, and we're gonna type here store this page all posts, all posts. And for now, let's just type here new heading, so text to Excel latest posts. And now let's create a new route for this component, and we're gonna create this new route here. So let's create a path, so it will be posts, and name it will be posts, and component responsible for this route, it will be post component. Okay, now let's import this component, and we're gonna type here import posts from components posts .vue. Let's save it. And okay, now let's go back to the default layout.vue. Now let's create another route that will redirect user to the post page. So we type here router link to posts, and now let's also change ending of the anchor tag. And now let's open browser and check how it works. Okay, so I'm in the browser, but if I refresh and if I go to the application, okay, so I have one token. And oh, I forget to type here posts, and let's try to click on post. You can see there is posts, and if we go to the console, you can see that we got 3 posts from the database. So that means that all works. And if you go to the dashboard, you will see content of the dashboard page, and yeah, this works. And yeah, so that's all for this lesson. Thanks for watching, and if you like this, you can like the video, and soon you're gonna see more videos about Laravel. And in the next video, we're gonna add validation on the login page and register page, and we're gonna also show notifications, and we're gonna also show all posts that we have from the database on this page. So thanks for watching, and we're gonna meet in the next video.